What the hell? Hey guys. Guys, wake up. Wake up, Kevin.
Where am I? What?
I don't know. I think I'm tired of this chair. Can you stand it all?
No, I can't either.
Holy shit.
God damn it, Steven.
Oh, no. This is not me.
Okay, look. This is Kevin's house, so I blame him.
Dude, I know it's been a long time since we played.
I didn't fucking kidnap you, okay? Look, this is all Call of Cthulhu stuff. It's clearly Steven's work.
Whoa. Let's just all calm the fuck down here.
Good evening, cast of Threshold. Do you want to play a game?
A Saw reference, really?
I mean, the reboot just came out, so it's not that dated, right?
Jigsaw, I think.
That's the name of the killer, yeah?
Yeah, but it's also the name of the movie.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Jigsaw.
Yeah, I kind of want to see it.
Wait, if his name is Jigsaw, is he, like, literally a puzzle piece?
No, Josh. That'd be dumb. He makes the puzzles.
And the puzzles kill you.
Oh, so he's a puzzle master.
Guys, we're missing the creepy exposition thing.
The Threshold channel has been dark for too long. The masses are restless for entertainment, and I will make sure they get it. The choice is yours. Play and survive, or assist and die.
What was that all about?
I think he wants us to play a session, or he kills us?
Should we do it?
What else can we do?
Yeah, might as well play.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to an exciting surprise episode of Threshold Call of Cthulhu edition. Happy Halloween, everyone. Let's go around and meet our totally willing players.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin. I will be playing Frank Muldoon, officer of the law and paranormal curious fellow.
Right. I'm Josh. I'm playing Dr. Eugene Kinsley. He was an army medic in the war, the Great War. Yep. To you, Brian.
Great, thanks, Josh. Today I'm playing Salazar St. James, a bookman by trade. He dabbles and is interested in the curious and the mysterious. And so he has a lot of curiosities and stuff in his shop as well.
Great. Hey, I'm playing Amelia Marsh. She's a photojournalist for the Salem Times. Salem News. And she, in her spare time, goes and tries to uncover cryptids and other ghouls and ghosts.
So this is not your all's first adventure. You've been on at least one adventure together before. You have a fifth member of your merry band. He's a writer by the name of Larry Crosswell. Who's closest friends with? Who's the closest with Larry?
How old is Larry?
Larry is they're sort of middle, maybe late 30s.
Maybe me, because I took pictures for his latest book.
Yes. I'm gonna put a big old heart next to your name.
It could also depends. If he comes into the station often with his crazy theories, then I might have started to listen to him recently.
You all know him and are good friends.
Oh, right.
But Amelia, one day you get this letter in the mail.
Dear Amelia, as you know, I have recently committed myself to the state hospital at Danvers for a little mental recuperation after my most recent foray into the supernatural. I have made a terrible error in selecting Danvers. I am in great physical, mental, and spiritual peril here. There's a wrongness about this place. They will not let me leave. I must sneak this letter out to you as they read the mail here. Please come and recover me from this dreadful place. It would be wise for you to bring companions, as coming here alone is a mistake. Your friend, Larry Crosswell. And there must be something on the bottom that I can't quite make out.
Ooh.
The next day, you receive a second letter on drastically different.
Dear Amelia, please disregard my earlier letter to you. I was having an anxiety attack. Everything here is fine. Do not come. I need more rest and counseling. Thank you. Sincerely, Lawrence Crosswell. As soon as
You gather together and make a plan to go visit him at Danvers. Who has a car? Whose car are we taking?
Salazar has the nicest car.
And I have the best driving.
All right. So, without further ado, then let's begin.
Where are we driving to?
Going to Danvers.
I'm gonna read this.
Okay.
Without further ado, let's begin. The car rocks and shivers as it winds its way up the driveway, a lazy serpent of gravel crawling up the green slope of Hawthorne Hill. The car passes through a wrought iron gate, a maw of thin black teeth threatening to swallow the hillside. Out of the fog, it appears. Danvers State Hospital, its wings stretching out from either side like some terrible bat of unfathomable size. Around the main complex are the corpses of trees and numerous outbuildings of red brick that give the campus a graveyard tone. Even the small reservoir overlooked by the amphitheater on the western wing looks sullied and gray, the gray sky reflection taking on an oily shine. Just gonna make a couple of rolls here. Eugene and Salazar. Something twists in your gut and slithers its way up your spine as a feeling of dread comes over you. -1 sanity.
You boys
And
okay?
Eugene, you look up at the many windows on the building's side, each one so much like a cold, soulless eye that it's no surprise when one blinks. Danvers has its eyes on you, and it does not approve.
You boys okay? You look shaken up.
Just giving me some bad memories of the war, getting ready for a mission and all.
All right, well, hopefully we can just grab Croswell and get out of here then.
Right.
The car comes to a stop. At the entrance, I have some photos of Danvers.
I was just about to say I was going to take a photo of it, but I guess we've got some now.
Well, you can still make a photography roll. These are just for your guys' reference.
I would like to make a photography roll.
Great, go ahead.
It's quite the ornate.
Pass.
Okay.
I
Make a
took
note.
hard pass.
Make a note.
Oh.
All right, well, direct approach first, I suppose.
What's everyone wearing, just out of curiosity? Just like normal
I'm wearing, like street clothes, like a,
What
suit.
How
Yeah, like
warm
a
is it?
normal-
Is it
It's
what
foggy and rainy.
Time? Foggy and rainy.
It looks like it might rain at any moment.
What time of the year?
Fall.
Fall. Okay.
I'm wearing my normal, like, 3-piece suit attire, but it looks like it's not like a pristine suit. Like there's a little bit of smudges, like, discreetly hidden, so it's like he wears a suit, quite often. So he has like 1 or 2 suits.
Frank wears his suit like a uniform.
Eugene has a wool coat on, like charcoal.
Plain dress in small, comfortable heeled shoes and a cloche hat and wool jacket.
Great.
Camera in hand.
Well, no sense beating around the bush.
Right. I walk into the hospital.
From the moment the doors open, your senses are assaulted by the smell of antiseptic odors and freshly mopped floors. Gown-clad patients gibber and writhe as they wander aimlessly or sit nearly motionless, slumped over in chairs. A severe-looking woman with loosely curled hair sits at the reception desk. She eyes your group as you enter. Quick, photo.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, miss. We're here to visit someone who checked in here just a little while ago. Good friend of ours.
Lawrence Crosswell.
She stands from the desk. Follow me, she says, leading you down the hall. Her heels click on the tiled floor rhythmically.
Follow.
It's already going easier than I thought it would.
Salazar.
Yes.
From behind, you notice the nurse's left ear is misshapen, as if it has been chewed or torn away by something almost human.
Okay.
As you walk towards the office, a patient drawing on the tiled walls with chalk catches your eye. This is the whole group. The picture is grotesque, a dragon-like toad with a multitude of eyes. Your guide frowns as you arrive at the office door. She sees the drawing too. I'll leave you here with Dr. Berger. It seems that Mr. Peterson needs to be reminded about drawing on the walls. And with that, she's gone.
I'm gonna take a picture of the drawing.
Great.
How long does taking a picture take?
Just a second.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
You just gotta adjust it.
I don't know camera technology circa 1920s.
I think it's. I think there's probably a flash bulb.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, that's right. Like one of the big.
Yeah.
With a little bit.
If not, if it's anachronistic, I'm just gonna let it go because it's cool.
It is cool.
All right,
Got it.
All right. Dr. Berger.
Dr. Berger.
Hello, doctor.
Dr. Berger sits before a wall burdened with awards, diplomas, certifications, and a rather gruesome painting of St. George and the Dragon. The credentials speak to a brilliant doctor, but isn't it curious that the dragon is the one mauling St. George? And in such detail. Dr. Berger is young, only in his late 30s, and thin with piercing green eyes and straw blonde hair, wearing his lab coat and reviewing a clipboard as you enter. A framed newspaper on the wall from the Salem News shows a younger, happier Berger shaking hands with a bespectacled older man captioned, Dr. James Berger takes over Danvers State Asylum from Dr. William Shine.
Would I know Dr. Berger personally, or know like social circles?
Potentially, yes.
Being an early 30s doctor.
Yes. When we're done with this, remind me because I have some cards.
Okay.
But you might definitely know some information about him. Actually, go ahead and make a no or a medicine roll.
I'll make a medicine roll. Pass. Oh yeah.
Here you go, Dr. Berger. Is it what's your was it a hard pass or just a regular pass?
Regular pass.
Okay, I'll give it to you. You can read it if you want.
Should I read it out?
Read it at the end when you have a chance to talk to him.
Yeah, once we have a chance to share information.
The doctor looks up from his work. Hello, can I help you?
Yes, doctor. We're here to visit or possibly retrieve Larry Crosswell from your care.
Oh, yes, Mr. Crosswell, yes. One of our J ward patients. Lawrence is highly excitable. He's one of our most violent male patients. I'm deeply sorry, but no visits to J ward are allowed at this time.
If you don't mind my asking, what is J ward?
Oh, J Ward is it's the ward where we keep our most dangerous male patients.
I see. Well, you said we can't visit him?
No, not at this time. There's no visits to J Ward.
We received a somewhat alarming communication suggesting that he might be being kept here against his will. I would just like evidence to the contrary.
Yes, he might be held against his will, but that's because, in my medical opinion, Mr. Crosswell is very disturbed and needs a good amount of treatment before he's able to re-enter society.
Disturbed in what way?
Very, very violent and possessing very strange ideas about the nature of the universe.
Like what?
I could go through his patient records, but I don't believe that would be a very good thing to do this time. It's not exactly appropriate to share his medical history with a group of strangers.
But he's never been violent before. This is very strange news to us.
Well, I can assure you that he has been quite disturbed since checking himself in here. However, after he is doing much better under our care, and we will continue to care for him.
You said Ward J is for the most dangerous male patients. Is there a different ward for female patients?
Absolutely, yes. The other side of the building.
Sounds natural.
What warrants admittance into the Ward J? Is there a particular incident that has to occur, or?
No, it's where we simply place our most violent patients. I would love to sit here and explain the goings-on of Danvers at large, but I really am busy. So if there isn't anything else, you guys need to give me a skill roll.
Can I get any kind of read on him?
Yeah, give me psychology.
Here comes.
What are you looking for?
Just basically see if our questioning is making him uncomfortable. See if it seems like he's trying to hide anything.
He's yes, he's trying to hide something, and this is an annoyance for him.
Right. I did pass, but yeah.
I had a hard pass.
Yeah, he's clearly not. He's clearly not telling the truth, and this is rather frustrating. This is a frustrating inconvenience for him.
Listen to me, Doctor. I got a good feeling for people, and I get the feeling that you're not telling us exactly what's going on with Larry. Now, I can go get my uniform and make this official, or you can tell me what's really going on around here.
Give me intimidate.
Yeah.
And think of bonus dice.
I rolled a 7, so that's going to be a hard pass.
Great. Well, I do suppose I could allow a quick visit. He escorts your group out into the hall and catches the attention of a pair of passing orderlies. Tall men, one with short hair, the other a shaved head. He looks at them and says, "Please take these four to see Mr. Crosswell and J Ward, please, for a brief visit." "Sure thing," the bald one says.
Thank you for your help, Doctor.
"This way."
Lead the way, boys.
As Felton and Nichols, are their names, walk you through the various wards, each containing inmates more depraved than the former, the mad sit in the hall or their rooms, seemingly unaware of their surroundings, or, more disturbing still, possessing all too clear knowledge of their situation. Everyone may give me either spot hidden or psychology. Tell me which one you guys are going to do.
I'm using
spot hidden.
Spot hidden.
Psychology.
Spot hidden's a little higher. I'll use that.
Okay.
It's a hard pass for me on spot hidden.
Regular pass.
Alright, my passers for spot hidden. Scanning the sunken faces and thin frames as you pass them, something catches your eye. A patient, scribbling in pen on a drawing pad. She draws what seems to be a horrible serpent with 1,000 eyes and great bat-like wings. Did you pass your psychology? Great. By the time you reach J Ward, the furthest west wing, the damned souls contained therein are the most depraved wretches imaginable. Horrible shrieks and wails, some eerily inhuman, echo from every corner. The nauseating smell of shit and the metallic scent of blood, hardly contained by the heavy chemicals used to wipe them away. Ooh. Doors have become metal. A shocking number of patients lack fingers, toes, or even limbs. Ooh. One man stares out from his cell with weeping, empty eye sockets. Even among the less inflicted, long scars and gouges pockmark flesh. Sanity roll, please.
Now, I have a trait
Fail.
as a war veteran that I don't have to take a sanity loss for any gross injury or corpses.
Alright, gross injury.
Okay.
I fail.
I think my police one isn't quite as good as the war one.
So...
Fail.
Fail is 1d2 sanity loss.
1. Okay.
Great. My God, I can't believe these are sanitary conditions. Could Larry have really done something to end up in this ward?
Let's see if Larry's in one piece when we find him.
I'm gonna take another picture of the man with the weeping eye sockets. Doesn't turn out great.
Tiny place, large, tiny
as
place.
you're starting to take your photo, one of the orderlies puts his hand up and says, "No photos, please. Have a little respect for these people."
I'm just trying to document what's going on here.
There's enough documentation in our records. Everyone give me spot hidden.
Pass.
Hard pass. Or extreme.
Extreme pass for me as well.
As you see his hand go down, a puffy red scar on Barney Felton's hand disappears up his coat sleeve.
Is J Ward always this bad?
Yes.
Are you alright?
Most depraved patients are here.
You're alright? It looks like you're injured on your arm or something.
Yes. One of the patients got a little violent and we had to escort him back to his cell.
Hazardous conditions you worked under here, huh?
Yes.
Alright, well, where's Crosswell?
Finally, you arrive at the cell of Larry Crosswell. He looks childlike amongst all these madmen, untouched by the insanity or the mutilation that has plagued his ward mates. Still, Larry is haggard. His thin mustache quivers on his lip, and Larry looks leaner than he has in years. Larry says, "Oh, hello! It's good to see friendly faces around here."
How are you holding up, Crosswell?
Not well, yes.
Not quite the relaxed recovery you were hoping for?
No, the orderlies kind of.
Do you mind, boys? Give us a moment.
They look at each other and they back away. They go around the corner somewhere else.
Much obliged, gentlemen.
Thank you. Something is very wrong here at Danvers. The patients are kept like prisoners, and they fear the staff, especially Dr. Berger.
Why Dr. Berger? He seemed like kind of a scrawny fella.
I don't know. He threatened me that I was in for a surprise when the sky prepares to welcome the new moon. I don't know what that means, but it can't be good.
He threatened
you.
Sounds...
Yes. After checking, I checked myself in here, and then I was consigned to J Ward when I tried to check myself out. I'm basically a prisoner.
What? Doesn't sound right.
Are there windows? Is everything barred?
Yes. Everything is very well locked down. Very difficult to get in or out.
Well, you know,
and unfortunately, because it's Dr. Berger's word, he can keep me here as long as he likes.
I've only ever heard good things about Dr. Berger in medical circles. He used to, I think he used to run a state lunatic asylum in Austin, Texas.
Well, doesn't mean he's doing a good job here.
Crosswell, Larry, look me in the eyes now. Are you sure that you're not just a little paranoid? You're
yes.
sure?
No. I wish that this was a case of paranorman, but I know for sure that there's something very wrong here. I'm sure you can feel it too in the air.
Well,
there's something watching.
Yes,
These two
I
boys.
certainly felt uneasy
Hmm.
entering the establishment.
1,000 eyes watching every moment.
Can I psychology Larry just
Yeah.
to see
Go
how
ahead.
his mental state is?
Can I history anything about a 1,000-eyed serpent with bat wings?
Let's do it. Let's do all that here in a little bit.
Okay.
I failed my psychology, but
Okay.
he seems not great.
I just want to see how what his sanity's at.
Are we like?
He's a little he seems a little unhinged. His sanity is at, I'll just tell you, sanity's at 33.
Mine's at 39.
Oh, so he seems great.
Is he behind glass, or are we like interacting with him?
He's behind like a cell.
Is that like a sliding like?
There's like a sliding door, and you can see into the cell.
Oh, go ahead.
How long has Larry been in Danvers?
Maybe a few weeks.
A few weeks.
All right. Larry, we're going to get you out of here.
Yes.
You just got to keep it together till we can do that, okay? Now I'm going to...
Yes, just before the dark of the moon. Just before the new moon.
The new moon. All right. Does anybody have lunar calendars? Well, we're gonna get to the bottom of what's going on here, Larry. You know that's what we do.
Yes, there's an inmate in H ward named Andrew McBride. He is as touched as the others, but I think he knows what's really going on.
What makes you say that?
Word.
I talked and befriended him.
I see. All right, Larry. So you're saying it's pretty clear now you didn't send that second one.
What are you talking about?
They sent us a second letter saying that you were fine.
No, they read the mail here, and well, I thought that I was able to pass that letter out. The orderlies return back up the hall. We're here to escort you back. Say goodbye. Says,
We just need
"Goodbye."
another minute.
Says, I'm sorry, this is all the time that we have.
Hang in there,
He's-
Larry. We'll get
he's-
you out of here.
He's intimidating.
Yeah.
Do you gentlemen happen to have a medical chart for Larry I could take a look at? I'm a fellow doctor.
They kind of look at each other and they go, we assure you that the good Dr. Berger has all of Larry's care in good hands.
Of course.
All right. Now we're on our way to H ward, if I remember.
We're going to go back to take you back to Dr. Berger now.
No, we were going to visit H ward too. McBride, I think.
Give me a fast tosh. This is a fast tosh.
It is.
for
It
sure.
is.
Let's see, where are these dudes? I have all their stuff.
No.
That'd be great.
No, I assure you, that's where we're going. I pass.
Okay.
Can we do
You
that?
can't really double up like that.
Okay. All right. I'll let it be then.
You could push it.
I don't have any.
Push it and let someone else step in.
Okay, sure. Let's push it, and I'll let someone with the fast talk skill help me out, guys. Remember, Dr. Berger.
Yes,
Dr. Berger
that's
said that we were.
Who's doing it?
Me. I already rolled. I got a 20.
You gotta
Fine,
roll
I'll roll
after.
again.
Okay, let's.
And what are you saying?
Well, I don't make it, so.
Well, okay, so we have to describe the action and then call for the roll.
Okay.
And because failing a pushed roll means something bad happens, but depending on what you say, I need to know that so I can judge it.
I see. Okay.
So yeah, I go. Remember, everybody, Dr. Berger. He said that we were going to visit H ward, and we had two patients that we were
seeing
checking
two
up
patients today. We were seeing Crosswell, and then we were going to see McBride.
Seems that your memories are a little faulty. Perhaps sometime here in the asylum would do you some good.
No need for any of that. It's possible. It's been a long day for us already.
So, H ward or Dr. Berger then?
Dr. Berger can. Let's just go back to Dr. Berger.
Do we pass through H ward on our way to J ward?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, you do.
Great.
I'm gonna try to spot McBride's room.
They don't have names or anything on the.
Oh, they don't?
No.
Do I know when we're in H ward?
Yeah, you'll go through like a little partition. I'll just flash you guys the. So you can see JIH.
Oh, I
Right.
see. Okay.
Makes sense.
That's a
Okay.
smiley face.
Or a vat of unfathomable size.
As you guys are walking, Salazar.
Yeah.
As you walk back through the various wards, suddenly a hulking patient springs to his feet, grabbing you roughly by the shoulders, pinning you to the wall. Give me a brawl.
Fat brawl. Oh no.
You are
That's a
Oh,
that's
the
a 60.
60.
That's a 60.
you're pinned to the wall by this hulking inmate, and he screams inches from your face. What do you know? What do you know? Wet spittle coating your.
Oh, gentlemen, I know quite a great deal. To
One
what
of the orderlies rips him off of you, pries the man off you, and drags him down the hall and out of sight. This way. Barney motions as he continues to
beg my pardon, sir. I believe I've just been accosted by a hulking being. Allow me to re-establish my constitution. And I wink at
Give me fast talk.
That's a good old pass on fast talk.
Can I try to slip away
Yeah, go ahead.
while the distraction's
He
going on?
looks at you and says, "Fine, you can take a quick rest."
Stealth to
I want to ask Dr. Eugene to look me over to make sure everything's okay.
a narrow pass on stealth.
Pass.
48 out of 50.
Okay.
I feel like whenever I play this game, I'm just a distraction for most things.
You do it well.
So you're faking to look me
Yeah, I'm
over.
like-
What's your spot hidden skill?
Oh,
My spot hidden is 65.
Okay. What's your stealth?
You up?
Oh, 50.
Okay, great.
Your suit's all
You are able to get
disheveled.
away.
Exciting.
You slip away unnoticed.
Fearless.
I'm going to attempt to make my way to H ward,
Okay.
looking for Andrew McBride if possible. I guess I'll make it to H ward first.
Give me a luck roll.
Pass. Hard pass.
How long are you willing to sort of spend walking around?
As long as I guess I don't know if are they going to be coming back the same way?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I'll probably maybe 15 minutes or so. I'm trying to go quickly to hopefully not make it look like I was gone for a suspicious amount of time or something.
Okay, so maybe only like 5 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
That's a hard ruse to keep up for 15
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
Well, it's all yeah.
So you spend a couple of minutes walking around, but it becomes pretty clear pretty fast that unless you know where people are kept or what this guy looks like, you're not going to
Okay.
be able to find him in here.
I'm gonna look around. Damn. And then I'm gonna turn and try and reinsert myself back into the group.
You
See,
join the
I
group.
see. I believe that I am well enough to proceed. Thank you, Doctor.
So let me get this straight then. I asked one of the orderlies. Not all inmates are in cells, or they're wandering about?
Correct. Yes. Most patients except for the highly violent ones are free to move about the halls.
And what
This
what
isn't a
is
prison.
highly violent if a man grasps another man and thrusts him towards the wall? How is that not highly violent?
Well, we'll have to reconsider his placement. Perhaps he needs to be moved up a ward.
Right. Well, shall we continue on then, gentlemen?
Once returned to Dr. Berger's office, the doctor looks at you with his piercing green eyes, saying, "As you can see, Mr. Crosswell is clearly highly excited. It is in his best interest if we keep him here for the time being."
Maybe, but it was also pretty clear that he wouldn't hurt a fly. If Ask me.
Doctor, if I may ask, could family or next of kin be able to check out Larry?
Unfortunately, no. Dr. Cross, like I said, as much as his family may like Mr. Crosswell home, his current condition makes it impossible for me to release him on good faith for the community at large. I would be putting those that checked him out at risk.
I see. Would you mind if I take a look at his records just to see how he checked himself
Give me a
in?
medicine roll.
Barely not.
He says, "I'm sorry, doctor, but I am not looking for second opinions at this time."
I see.
Well,
Show the man the charts.
Intimidate?
Yeah. Hard pass.
Let's see, what do I...
Pushing Dr. Berger all over the place.
seriously.
Come on, Berger.
He looks at you and says, "Fine. It'll take me. Here. Let me go find them." He moves over to an overflowing filing cabinet and digs around for a minute and hands you the charts.
Much
Great.
obliged, Doctor.
I don't mean to question your opinion, Doctor, just merely relieving my friends of some of their concerns. I flip through the charts. I'm looking to see the reasons marked for him tricking himself in.
Sure. Okay. So you read through the charts and you recognize, looking through them, it's like, okay, you see that he originally checked himself in because he was just feeling, just feeling a little bit crazy. Just feeling a little crazy. He said that he's experienced some trauma and needs to sort of have a little bit of rest and relaxation. And then the records get really shoddy after he checks himself in.
Great. Does it say anything about like his condition worsening or time, or
there's maybe some notes. There's maybe like some very loose notes, like patient continues to worsen. Recommendation is to keep him in J ward until the condition improves. But exactly what it is doesn't.
Yeah. If I may ask, Dr. Berger, it seems his condition is worsening, but there are no treatments listed here. You're not expecting time to fix whatever is afflicting him.
No. Very soon we are planning to up his... we're planning to up the treatment very soon. There are some new techniques that we are going to try on Mr. Crosswell.
Do you mind sharing what some of these techniques might be?
I do mind. Yes. They're something that we're hoping to pioneer here at Danvers. But it's still in its early stages.
Well then, and I suppose the booklet and hand it back to him. You should tell your staff to keep better notes.
Thank you, Dr.
Eugene Kinsley.
Dr. Kinsley. Yes, I will keep that in mind.
All right.
Good day, gentlemen. Ma'am.
I
care of yourself,
basically
Doc.
walk out the door without even acknowledging them and head out.
Everyone give me a luck roll.
Luck.
Ooh.
Hard pass.
Ooh,
It's a good dice.
That's a big old
I
fail.
got my exact luck number.
Alright, that's a pass.
Do you just have to roll under your luck total?
Correct.
Great, pass.
I failed. I'm not a lucky man.
Those who passed. The rain continues to fall as you leave Danvers and return to the car. Out of the corner of your eye, you see something large and slimy slide into a pool of water on the grass a few yards away.
I'm gonna
Did anyone
run
else-
over. I'm gonna run over to the pool. Do I see anything?
Marsh, be
See
careful.
The pool of water is just a small puddle as the rain begins, only a few inches deep.
Just could have sworn I saw something crawl in there.
Sort of
I did too.
walk up behind you. So did I.
You don't imagine Massachusetts has alligators, do you?
The puddle reveals the absurdity of the vision, yet the surface of the pool ripples as if something did disturb the water. Sanity roll. For people who saw
Pass.
Fail.
it. One sanity loss.
Blah.
Great pass.
I mean, there are alligators, but they're in the sewers. All right.
Unsubstantiated myth.
Almost proven fact. Disclosed.
All right.
Well, maybe we should get out of this rain and kind of talk about things.
Yes, let's.
Should we head down to...
Can we go to the 3 Crowns? I just...
3 crowns.
I think that's a bar.
Yeah, I was gonna say whatever little bar.
It's a bar I just made up. Sorry.
I hope, Miss Marsh, that you're not suggesting that I, an officer of the law, go to an illegal establishment.
All right, 1925.
You're right.
What a dumb thing America did.
No,
It was the worst. All right.
no, simply we shall return to my bookstore and we will discuss. Perhaps I have some books, some texts in my shelves that can help us with the history of this establishment.
I think the more information we can find out about the asylum, the better we're going to be. Something's off.
How is it possible that this doctor has complete control over who stays and who goes in the asylum? It's absolutely ridiculous.
It's unfortunately, correct me if I'm wrong, doctor, but fairly standard practice for a mental institution like that.
Yes, it's simply how it's done.
It's dumb.
Well, it's as though you have your editor-in-chief who's in charge of making sure whatever goes into the paper is released. Correct?
Yeah.
I don't know how newspapers work, but I imagine that's what I've heard it in the talkies.
Talkies. Yes.
Spell the thing. It's
Right. So we're going to St. James's bookstore.
Yes. To the Emporium.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you have to yell that every time we go?
You
to
drive.
your
You drive through the rain as it hits the windshield and the water.
Can I make a drive auto
sloshes
check?
off. You don't need to.
You could fail.
Actually, yes, you can. Suddenly, your steering wheel jerks from your control. Give me a drive auto.
Yeah, drive auto. Really glad I chose drive auto. Oh, fail on drive auto.
You skid and hit a pole.
No!
The car flops over onto its side, skids for a while. Everyone takes 2 damage
Ugh.
from the accident.
Wow.
Is everyone all right? Call it out.
Steam rises from the car, turned on its side from its engine.
Tabitha, no! What has happened? Why have you...
Everyone out.
besmirched
What
me?
happened, St. James? You're supposed to be a good driver.
What? You see the mud and the rain?
Are you hurt?
No.
My neck is a little stiff.
A little banged up, but I'm fine.
I'm checking my camera to make sure nothing got.
The camera's fine.
Well, I guess we walked from here.
Not much option.
It takes a few hours for somebody to take the car and have someone take the car, and it's got to go into the shop, and you catch a ride. You have to ride the trolley, and it's a whole thing.
But we eventually make it to...
Yes.
Great.
Salazar's St. James Book Emporium, right?
Yes. Something of that nature.
All right.
Oh.
All right. You said that you knew something about Berger?
Yeah, I actually, I vaguely remember reading about him when he became the superintendent here. I believe prior to that he was the superintendent at the State Lunatic Asylum in Austin, Texas. Everything I heard about him was good. He was genial and thoroughly professional. I don't see why anything would change now, but maybe it'd be worth looking into
Yes.
some historical records on the Austin.
As well as Dr. William Shire. who-
Shine.
Shine.
Yes.
Yeah. He was here before Berger.
Yes, I saw his picture on the wall as well. Looks like I'll be calling in a few sick days for the next few days. Should we divide our efforts? Research team going to interview Dr. Shine?
Sure.
Sure.
I'll go. I'm not great with the research aspect, so
Nor am I. I'd like to go talk to Shine.
great.
Great. I will do the researching. I have the books to do it, and I have a newly minted library card.
Ooh.
And I might be able to ask some friends about both of the doctors. They might know more.
Also,
Yes.
look into the myth of St. George and the Dragon, as well as maybe something with those weird serpent pictures with the eyes.
Lots of
So I know Larry
dragon
was saying, Larry even said it too, like 1,000 eyes watching. What do you do with eyes?
Can I roll to see if I have a book in the store that has to do with St. George?
Sure, give me a look.
39 or 45.
Yes, you do. You have a book of saints.
Oh, be right back in 2 seconds. I believe I have something that could be of use to us.
Mhm.
I go into the back and retrieve a book of saints. It's a encyclopedia of
Yeah,
saints.
you find a little information in the story of St. George. He's the patron saint of England, I believe, and he very famously he slew a dragon, and that's like his, you always see the paintings of like the knight charging the serpent, the dragon, and slaying it.
This time the dragon was slaying him.
That's strange.
And the fact that it came up kind of twice in the span of minutes.
It was a pretty the serpent was a pretty popular motif among the patients too, although it could just be that they've spent some traumatic time in Berger's office.
This is true.
In any case,
Will we meet back here when we're all done?
yeah, also if anybody has any personal acquaintances that that might have known Andrew McBride before he got committed,
I don't know enough about what he did before he was committed to.
unfortunately, maybe I could check records at the station.
I might be able to make some calls and see if he had another doctor before he was admitted.
Focus on Berger, but yes, that's a good option for you. All right, I'm gonna swing by the station on my way home, see if I can pull any records. Meet back here tomorrow.
So if you guys look at that map that I gave you, you can see that there's
Local
all
map and the local and
so you can see where Danvers
Area.
is compared to the stations marked on there, and Salem Hospital's on there, and
great.
all kinds of
Is
things.
your
are on
bookstore
there.
in Salem?
Yes.
Okay, so we're probably decently close to the.
Yeah, Salem's that south one.
Where's Danvers?
Danvers is up
And
here north.
further north.
Yeah, the red one is the mental institution out on
Hospital.
Hawthorne Hill.
Like this.
So those are all locations you guys can go to.
Cool.
We should probably then check. I can pop into the newspaper and see if we ever get a story on
All right. Well,
Andrew McBride.
before
It'll
we
take a while.
before we convene here tomorrow, why don't we spend the morning at each of our respective places of work, seeing what we can drum up?
Great.
Beautiful.
Meet back at noon.
Sounds like a plan.
Noon tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
We want to do research crew first or interview crew first?
We're all kind
Yeah.
of.
So what's the plan? Everyone seems to be doing something for tomorrow morning. So let's have everyone give me a skill check to represent tomorrow morning.
Right.
Let's start at the police station. What are you researching?
I'm
So
supposed-
how I'll do these library uses, and I'll ask for what your topic, sort of like what you would type into Google.
right.
Okay.
I'm looking for information on Andrew McBride,
Okay.
as well as any disturbances. I'll start with Andrew McBride. I probably only have time to do one thing.
Yeah. Great. All right. So give me a library use.
Okay. Library use. Fail.
All right. You spend the morning looking, and you don't find any information on Andrew McBride.
Okay.
What's your plan?
I'm calling another local doctor that's been there forever. I've got a backstory and everything. A Dr. Henry Wilder,
Oh.
who I apprenticed for, to ask if he knows anything about a Dr. William Shine or
Great.
Dr. Berger, and if he remembers the transition between them.
Okay. Great.
I also want to make a phone call to find out more about the history of the state lunatic asylum in Austin, Texas.
Okay.
And if Dr. Berger's tenure there.
So let's do the first one
Okay.
about Dr. Shine.
Yep.
Go ahead and give me what are the social ones?
Psychology, persuade, intimidate,
Persuade
fast
check.
talk.
Hey, give me persuade.
Ooh. So, Henry, have you heard anything about a Dr. William
Or charm
Shine?
or whatever you got.
No, they charm.
Oh.
Charm is one.
It's 11, and I've got 10.
Ah,
Persuade is the base.
Use a luck point.
use a luck point.
All right, I use a luck point.
You burn a luck point.
One luck point.
Absolutely.
This
Put
is,
it over. Is that how
yeah,
it
you
works?
just subtract it.
That's the
Your
total
luck goes
situation
down.
that you should use those.
Yeah, always.
Great.
Here you go. There's some
Perfect.
info about Dr. Shine.
Wonderful.
And sometimes there's topics within topics.
Great. I'll read. Should I read this now, or should
Or
I wait
you
until
can wait.
tomorrow?
I think
Right.
wait until we all get together. And then we
Cinematic.
can talk
Yeah, we
about
can all
it.
Great.
share our info.
All right. Salazar.
Should I ask about Burger too?
Oh yeah, give me one more for Burger.
Great. Should I use something else, medical or medicine?
Yeah, give me a hard medicine.
Great.
That's on my list.
Nope.
Oh.
Definitely not.
Great. He doesn't know anything about Dr. Burger.
I am headed to the Danvers Historical Society because I didn't see a library on the.
There's 2 libraries.
Oh, I didn't see it. Then I'm going to the Peabody Institute Library,
Great. All right. Let's see, Peabody. Okay, great.
and I'm going to be looking at the history of Danvers Hospital.
I
Danvers
love
Hospital.
it. Give me a library use.
Oh yeah, sweet library use. Oh yeah, that's a. I don't know what 1/5 of 75 is, but I don't think it's 18. So I think I got a hard pass.
Ooh, a hard pass. In that case, yes, here you are. There's something on the history of the asylum. And since you got hard, I will give you one more.
Oh, great.
A little more history there. All right, you're going to the newspaper?
Yep.
Okay, and what are you researching?
I'm researching anything on McBride or I guess I can only choose one, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'll do McBride.
Okay, great.
Libraries?
Yeah.
Nope.
You spend the morning and find no information about Andrew McBride.
Great.
All right, noontime. You guys meet up back at the bookstore.
Yeah.
It's gonna be your base of operations.
Mhm.
Yep.
All right. Head to the bookstore. Maybe someone brings some sandwiches.
Brought hoagies.
Discuss over lunch.
Great. What did we find? I
Well, I
found
learned
nothing.
a little bit about Dr. Shine.
Okay.
A friend of mine said he was a native son of Salem, and he ran the Danvers asylum from 1890 to 1915. He was a lifelong bachelor who really seemed to care for the people in his life and his care. Unfortunately, he died soon after his retirement in 1916. They said of natural causes.
That's interesting. I also found some information about Dr. Shine. he was appointed after a man named Warren A. Hendrick, originally was the original superintendent at Danvers, but he died on the job after falling down a flight of stairs in 1890. Dr. Shine was then appointed the new superintendent that same year, and after Dr. Shine's appointment, the asylum mishaps and fatalities dropped dramatically.
Suppose he could just have been good at his job.
Shine sounds like a decent fella.
I'm not entirely sure about that.
You find something else?
I did find something else, but it doesn't have to do anything with that. But it seems very odd that simply the new appointment of a new superintendent would mishaps and fatalities would drop so dramatically in such a mishap-prone area. Anyway, but I also found something very interesting. You understand that the land occupied on the asylum complex was once the homestead of Judge John Hawthorne. He, of course, was
Salem John Hawthorne?
Yes, the lead magistrate of the Salem witch trials. And the man personally was responsible for the deaths, the imprisonments and deaths of approximately 24 witches. He was the only executor of the witch trials that never repented for his actions. And that's where they built the asylum, on his property.
It's a bit concerning, but
Can you
definitely
imagine
interesting.
the paranormal influxes that happen on those ley lines? It's fantastic.
I can't actually, Sal. I can't. But it certainly sounds like some weird stuff could happen around there.
Indeed.
All right. Well, I tried to look into McBride, but the man's a ghost. Couldn't find any information on him.
Ghost.
No, not
Perhaps
literally.
he's one of the
Salazar.
witches.
No. All right. I could not find any information at the police station, unfortunately.
If we're trying to get Larry out, maybe the best way is there's something in the blueprints of the building. If it is built on John Hawthorne's land, maybe it was built on the ruins of his house. If we can find some blueprints of the house and compare them to the blueprints of the asylum, maybe we can find something.
Probably a public record of a blue. Yes, that's a good idea. Especially if it comes to us having to break Croswell out.
I don't
of there.
think they're going to let us take him. I think we're going to have to break him out somehow.
Well, unless there's some way to show that Dr. Berger is incompetent in his job,
That is also true.
or there's something going on under his staff that he's aware of or not.
I am under the assumption that the mutilation of inmates or of patients is not the best. It's not the best course of action to help these individuals with their psychosis.
I thought that it was implied that the mutilations were self-inflicted.
That's not what
I did not assume that at all.
I figured they cut him off to prevent scratching him on that, or what have you. Either way.
So maybe either the Historical Society or the Town Hall would have those blueprints?
Town Hall might be your best bet.
Indeed.
You know, it might be
There's also the museum.
also worth talking to any previous patients of the insane asylum. They might know a thing or two.
I want to spend some more time at the station looking up disturbances at the asylum as well, just to see if I can get a more complete picture of what's happened at that place over the years.
Could you look up anything revolving around Dr. Warren A. Hendrick?
At the station?
Yes.
I feel like those are medical records more than anything.
Well, he was the original superintendent at Danvers. I want to see what the circumstances were, the investigation around his death.
Ah, right. Suspicious death.
Yes.
There was probably some investigation there, yes. Cool. I've got a checklist of stuff to look for. What are you all going to keep busy with?
Well, I'll find those blueprints. And I'm not the best at looking through libraries, so I'd prefer to have someone come with me.
I'll come with you, Miss Marsh.
Alright. So we could check first the town hall,
Yes.
and then if there's nothing there, the Historical Society is right next to it.
Brilliant. That sounds wonderful.
Frank, you said you're looking into the doctor.
Yeah, I'll see if there was an investigation around his death.
Maybe I could join you to see if there were any medical records with that.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
If not, we could
those
also
might be kept at the hospital.
look into anything else that might be on prior patients.
Well, Salem Hospital is right next to the station, so.
True. Guess we can walk over there,
Sounds good.
have a hoagie.
All right. So plan is you guys are going to town hall.
Yeah.
Let's do that first. Town hall to look for medical records. Who's doing the?
No.
I guess
We're looking for
I'm
blueprints.
sorry,
looking
blueprints.
for blueprints of.
blueprints.
Why don't you go first?
Okay. We walk up to the front desk of town hall,
Okay.
and we see a clerk.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you guys can just make a. You can just make a.
Okay.
We're abstracting all of these.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to.
I don't want to have to show you into the room and. Yeah.
That's where I have fun.
I know. We'll go there. There'll be moments. There's going to be a lot of this.
Okay, great. I'm going to look for any sort of town record for the John Hawthorne
Great.
property. And I succeed.
In town hall.
At town hall, yes.
You might have more like the historical society.
Great. Then we're going to do that at the historical society,
When we get there.
where I roll a hard pass. Or somewhere I do this and I roll a hard pass.
All right.
It's like whatever.
I want to hand out some of these cards.
We're trying.
Here.
Let me read this one. It's longer.
Since it's the next day, do we also rate like heal or XP? Or
Here's another.
or HP?
I think you recover 1 hit point.
Okay.
That sounds right.
No, this one.
All right.
It's the same information.
I'm going to look for blueprints in town hall of the asylum. Building records.
Great. Library use, please.
7.
Ooh, here. Have some, have a pile of maps.
Ooh!
I think I have one more somewhere.
You put it over here.
You can have that one too.
Yay! Ooh, man.
I don't know how much these help. They're not technically part of this adventure.
Oh.
They are just historical stuff that I found online.
They're the actual
Great.
maps and layout of the actual asylum in
Yep.
Salem.
Cool.
Okay.
Alrighty then. Great. So, police team.
Go team, police team.
So first, you guys are looking up
All right. Okay.
any information on.
Yes, we were. So first, I'm gonna look up just disturbances at the asylum. Any investigations that took place there in
Okay.
the last however many years, and yeah. Does it have to be library use?
You're looking through files.
Can I sweet talk the clerk into helping me look?
Yeah. Okay. Give me. Yeah. I'll let you do that for a bonus
All right,
dice.
I got a rep around the station as being kind of a hard ass, so I'm gonna give him my best police glower and be like, I need this information pulled.
By sweet talk, you mean intimidate.
Yes.
All right, give me an intimidate.
Regular pass.
All right. Absolutely. Yes. Hold on just a second.
Good job. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Danvers asylum.
All right, and next is the hospital.
Yes.
And what are you looking at the hospital
walk
for?
next door to the hospital. I'm looking for any records they have, any medical records they have on prior patients of the Danvers asylum. or patients that were recommended to the Danvers asylum.
Okay. Give me libraries.
Great. Here's where I fail. Oh god, where is it? Ah, right, of course. No, definitely no.
Okay. All right, you guys want to discuss what you found?
We'll reconvene at the bookstore, I suppose.
You reconvene at the bookstore.
So, first things first. I have multiple maps of the asylum. Some of them aren't 100% accurate, but can give us a good idea of the inner workings. We also found something on, more information on Hawthorne, but not really too much that we didn't already know. Fanning witch hysteria and not repenting. Jesus Christ.
The lights suddenly flash and die down as the bookstore is plunged into darkness.
Oh, what is this?
The house is silent.
Is it silent? I don't know.
Blasted this.
Where are your matches?
You need to maintain this place better, St. James.
I just replaced the bulbs last week.
Fuses are down in the basement.
The fuses are down in my wonderfully spooky basement.
Salazar, where are your matches?
They're in the back. They're in the storeroom.
Right. I'll go get them. I get up and I go into the back, kind of feeling for some matches and some candles.
They're by the candles.
Okay.
Yes.
The one shaped like skulls.
Oh, okay. Why do you have those? No.
You have extra fuses?
Yes. Well, those
Alright.
are in the main counter where the cash register are.
All right. Well, let's get these replaced.
Do I have to make a check to find the matches?
No. You find matches.
Great. I light some candles. Here.
All right.
Pass them out.
Here, I'll replace them. Someone just hold the light for me.
Yeah.
I'll gather up the fuses. Point the way, St. James.
Oh, so the basement is just go to the back, and then you take a left, and then there's a door that says "Do not enter under penalty of death," and then you go down the stairs.
No, Frank, I'll hold your candle for you.
Thank you. You're a peculiar
You two
fellow.
are going into the basement?
I
Great.
walked into the basement.
So are you going to?
No,
All right.
I'll
Well,
stay up
the
here.
two of us will go down. All right. I'll yell up when I've replaced the fuse.
Yes, I'll look for the spare light bulbs.
Teamwork.
All right.
And I'll continue to look
Where did I put those light bulbs?
at these minutes.
Miss Marsh, we should
Yes.
look. Well, help me find the light bulbs.
Oh, okay. Where do you normally keep them?
I don't know. Rudolph usually takes care of this. I don't know. Rudolph is my ward.
You find yourself up at the top of the basement stairs. You can hear what sounds like a dripping of water into more water, like a whoop, whoop, whoop. You hold your candle, flashing down to the basement. And you see that the basement is flooded.
Jeez, Salazar.
Salazar.
You can see
Keep this plumbing in.
water coming out of a pipe from the ceiling.
Salazar, you have a bigger problem.
What could be the problem? It's just a blown fuse. As I round the corner and see the flight. That's not. Well, we can't change the fuse now. It's over there and it's covered in water.
Is it covered in water? I could still try to replace it, but I don't really relish the idea of messing with electricity while
Looks a
ankle
little
deep
wet.
in
Yeah.
water.
No, we should worry more about getting rid of this water, finding the source of this flooding than
So you don't have plumbing?
No.
We could just call a plumber.
What? It's
Yeah,
like,
you can do that too. Probably better.
are there any? Is there any like? It's during the day, right? We're doing this at like.
This is nighttime.
This is nighttime.
Yeah.
Because
It's
you
like-
met for the first time at noon and then you're right back.
Right.
This is nighttime.
Are there any on-call nighttime plumbers we can?
Sure, that's a thing then.
Sure.
Yeah. Who?
Call Eddie.
Eddie?
Eddie Plumber.
Yeah, Eddie will speed out and help you out. He helps us out around the house all the time.
Very good. One moment, dude.
You pick up the phone and you call Eddie and he... hello?
Yes. Magistrate 6 Victor 9, please.
Right away, son. Hello, this is Eddie.
Eddie, it's Mr. Salazar St. James.
How can I help you?
We are in desperate need of your services. My basement is quite a bit of water.
You're the bookstore over on Marsh.
Indeed, the Emporium.
I'll be there in 25 minutes.
Great, thank you, Eddie.
Right. Well, before Eddie gets here, let's set up some candles and finish talking about what we found today. Unfortunately, at the station, I wasn't able to turn up much of use. There's been a number of accidents, fatalities, and disturbances reported over the year. I mean, it is an unusually high number, but nothing was particularly noteworthy in the records. It's other than that, all I could find was articles that indicate that the place has been overcrowded for some time and is really a last resort for unstable people to be moved to. Why Larry picked that specific place to commit himself to, I cannot guess.
It's probably because it's the only one in the area.
If I were faced with that option, I might have looked outside the area.
Something else that we found was very interesting is supposedly before Hawthorne even moved to the residence, the hill was known locally as Witch's Ground. There was a stone that the pagans said sat on top of the hill that it was revered by indigenous peoples who spoke of one who came from the sky and placed the stone, stamping out the evil spirit that haunted the hill.
Stone.
Indeed.
Now, I don't know if that has any connection to something happening at the new moon. Based on what was said by Larry about getting, he said, a surprise. The sky prepares to receive the new moon. This is the second incidence of some kind of otherworldly, or at least something coming from the sky, if nothing else. Maybe there's something there.
Probably Eddie.
Yes, one moment, please. Thank you. I go over to the front door.
Just
Open it up.
Hello, Mr. St. James.
Eddie, wonderful to see you.
What's the problem? He's a big plumber. You know, he's a bigger guy. He's got on his overalls and.
Please follow me this way.
toolbox.
We have a rather severe flooding issue down in the basement.
I see.
Please, I take him and I show him to the basement.
Okay, as you're heading down the stairs, you suddenly feel a force push you at your back. Give me a strength roll.
I'm moderately strong. Indeed,
I need a hard pass.
I achieved this.
All right.
Oh.
You right yourself before you fall down the stairs.
Barely achieved the hard pass.
Eddie says, "You all right there?"
I'm fine. I felt something at my back.
Well, be careful. Give me a few minutes and I'll tell you what's up.
Thank you, Eddie.
Eddie's working downstairs.
Yes, Eddie is downstairs. He'll let us know in a few moments.
No, he's
what
good.
the
He'll
issue-
figure it out. Sounds like there's some sort of ritual mumbo jumbo tied to this this asylum then.
I mean, one comes from the sky prepares for the new moon, something's definitely up with... There's a connection, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Stone.
I mean, I'm trying to rack my brain for anything that comes from the sky, and
Let's not fixate on that. Let's fixate on getting our friend out of there. Maybe figuring out what the heck is going on at that place.
so I do have blueprints of...
Oh, good.
They're inconsistent, though. There's some that are saying that Ward J
Don't
is...
worry about them being inconsistent.
I know,
I'm
I'm
just
just-
okay. I was gonna say, don't get too deep into that because they're not. They're all just. I pulled them from the internet to give you guys something.
Right, that's fine.
Yes.
So,
Looks like most of them are showing that they are connected.
right.
J's kind of off on its own. Luckily, it's not right there in the middle. H is kind of in the middle, so if we wanted to
Right.
sneak in
We
there.
walk through all those. All right. I think
Do we sneak into this establishment to try and...
last resort there. I'd rather not resort to breaking and entering to get him out if we can. I'm also really... I think there's something going on with the history of construction on that hill. We should see if we can find anything about the circumstances that the asylum was built under.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Perhaps the architects involved, or the builders, or maybe talk to someone that might have actually helped build it.
See what we can find, yeah. I'm worried that... well, let's not worry about that yet.
Maybe tomorrow we could head to the library and check old newspaper articles.
Do you think that we could go back and see if we could visit McBride? Or do you think Burger's...
I think our luck in visiting patients has run out.
Unless I can figure out who McBride is and maybe get his family to request him or something. If there's a missing persons out for him or something, then I could try and throw the weight of the law behind it. But so far I've come up completely empty on
there a
figuring
way
out
we
who this
can-
guy is.
Where we can get a warrant of some kind, perhaps?
If we have a reason to get one, maybe. But right now I don't really have a lot to go on.
Interesting. What other resources do we have?
Still a lot of research left to be done.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's hit the pavement again tomorrow. What's everybody gonna do?
Well, I'm gonna first make sure that my basement it has no water in it.
Right. Yeah. It'll sort you out. Don't worry.
And then I'll probably go to the Essex Museum.
To find what?
History.
Oh,
Danvers Hospital.
great.
All right. Good. I didn't have time to look into, but I'm gonna try and find some info on that Warren Hendrick fella. Try and get a more complete history of the directors of the asylum.
I'm also going to try and find something about the quote-unquote witch's ground.
Yeah.
So the
That.
best place for that would be close to the asylum in Danvers, so anything close to that. To the Peabody Institute Library, or the Essex Museum.
Wonderful.
I'll join you at the museum, see if we can also find something on things from the sky, lunar, calendars and things of that nature. And
Wonderful.
anything pertaining to that and serpentine nature.
Yeah, the new moon is a few days away.
Yeah. See if you can figure out that new moon. I guess it's coming up.
A couple more days.
I think that the Essex Museum would have something on the natives in the area.
Yeah, I am starting to wonder how much of the far history of this place might actually be relevant to what's going on there right now.
Maybe I'll make a few calls and see if I can find out if there's anyone we can talk to who works with the asylum.
Well, Eugene, maybe calling the Austin asylum, and maybe just getting their opinion of Dr. Berger, and maybe find out why he left.
Of course.
I think that past employees will be a better source than current employees.
I do want to know what Berger's game is. Something's not
He's
right
up to
about
something.
that guy.
He's up to something. and I
There's
think
something
it's-
not right.
I think it's connected to these witches. Perhaps.
I hope you're wrong, Sal. I hope you are.
Has anyone heard Gary?
Eddie?
Eddie?
I'm right here. I was actually just about to come up the stairs.
Oh yeah.
I just realized we hadn't heard you in a while.
I'm all done. Looks like, were you messing around with the pipes down there?
No, I never go down there.
Well, someone was. Someone loosened a couple of the pipes. So just, whoever was doing it, just be careful.
Is there still water there?
It'll take a couple of days to dry out, but the leak is stopped.
Okay, wonderful. Could you perhaps replace a fuse for us while you're still here?
Oh, I wouldn't do that till the water's dried out.
My hands are so old and brittle, I can't.
You'll probably want to wait a couple of days for the,
Oh, days of darkness?
yeah, I would maybe stay with some friends or something while because I wouldn't put a fuse in there while the water's still.
That's fair enough, Eddie. Thank you for your service.
It's all right,
Absolutely.
Sal. You can come stay in our guest room. If you like.
Thank you for the offer. I appreciate it. As I guess myself.
All right. You go to bed.
Great.
Go home
Yeah, we do.
and go to bed.
Pamela, no phone to the table.
You kidding me right now? This isn't a normal session, remember? We've been kidnapped, we're trying to get out of here.
Well, if you want to have that
I'm
attitude.
trying to call for help, but I can't get a signal.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Me neither.
One bar.
Yes, thank God for your android.
Okay, I'm just gonna send a quick text to the group me.
Josh, call the police.
And there. Now I'm gonna call the police.
Oh, don't tell me.
Shit, guys. My phone is dead.
Fuck you and fuck your android.
It's okay. All we have to do now is hope that somebody's looking at the group me.
My friends need me.
Where to, everyone?
It's the next morning.
Yeah.
We're going to the Essex Museum.
Yes.
I'll start with some phone calls.
Great. About Dr. Berger, his prior occupation.
Prior to Dr. Berger, and trying to find out if there's just maybe seeing if anyone knows anyone who works at the hospital.
Great. Give me a What's your best social skill?
My best social skill.
Firearms rifle.
I'm not. Maybe intimidate. 25.
Dude, you don't have a lot of social skills.
I don't. I'm a weird looking antisocial kind of guy.
All right. Give me hard medicine then.
Okay.
Hard medicine.
You're using your professional contacts here.
Yeah. Oh no.
Okay. You call some people, but they don't really know anything about Dr. Berger's prior appointments.
Okay. I'm gonna just ask around the station to see if anybody knows anybody who's been committed to the asylum, knows
Sure.
anybody who works at the asylum.
Great.
Just anything I can drum up.
Are you intimidating?
Yes, I'll walk around and glide. No, I'm just gonna do like a normal, like, just like hobnobbing, water cooler
Okay,
talk
great.
kind of stuff. Do
Do
you want me to use like
Charm, persuade.
persuade? Okay. I rolled one of the fail.
Alright, seems unknown at the
Actually,
station.
I'm gonna use some luck. I'm gonna use
Okay,
10
you can push
points.
rolls too, remember.
Oh, I'm gonna push the rolls. Actually, I'm gonna make some noise to the point where I could get in trouble with my superiors for
Yeah,
like,
you're putting your job on the line.
yeah, a little bit. Oh, my job, my badge. My badge is everything.
I know. You're putting your job on the line here.
Fine. Okay.
You're starting to give people the third
heebie-jeebies,
degree
yeah.
and
I feel like there's just something you're not telling me, Andrew. Johnny, talk to me. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna spend 10 of my luck or no, I'll what is it? I push it,
Push you,
and
re-roll it.
I re-roll the whole thing. Okay. Oh, 17. That's a hard
good push.
success. Whew, good push.
Alright, I'll give you all these. You get some.
All right, just hold that.
You get some good information about Dr. Shine. Some people who knew him 10 years ago when he
People
was
knew
the.
Shine. All right.
Stephen, can I use my occult? Can I make an occult roll to try and rack my brain for anything pertaining to, like the things coming from the sky or connections with the new moon?
No, I'm sorry. I don't have anything for you.
All right. Just thought I would ask. Okay. Off to the museum. All right. At the museum, I'm going to, I guess, use. Can I use? Can I use charm or persuade to talk to one of the curators to see if I can get any information on the indigenous peoples in the area?
Sure. There's a nice old man with glasses, and who is running the museum's library.
Okay.
What do you say to him?
Yeah,
Please. We have to describe what we do before we roll any dice.
Okay,
Every
sorry.
time. Every time.
I know.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to remember. Okay. Good morning. I am looking for information on the indigenous peoples in the area, and I was wondering if you could help me.
Indigenous peoples where?
Over in, I almost called it Derry.
Danvers.
Danvers, yeah, in the Danvers region, maybe back in like the 1500s.
Give me charm. This is charm.
Oh, nope. No, not at all. Not even close.
Well, I would love to help you, but I'm very busy doing a lot of research. So, another time maybe.
Here too. No, I don't do that.
Okay. Well, then, can you please just point me in the direction where I could possibly find this information?
Yes, the card catalog over there is probably a good place to start.
Great. Okay, thank you.
Salazar's face lights up in a disturbing way when he's exposed to library use.
All right, give me library use.
Both of us are just.
Are you looking for different things or the same thing?
I'm looking for stuff on indigenous people.
Great, give me library use.
I'm looking for stuff about witches' plots,
Okay.
or witches' hill, or whatever.
My last 3 rolls were 96, 98, and I just got 100. So I find nothing.
You
I
don't
think the
find
card
any
catalog works.
you don't know how the card catalog works.
Nope.
You actually move some stuff around.
Yeah. What'd you find?
Apparently, Hathorn removed the disc. That disc, he removed it
Okay.
deliberately. Claimed the land for God, building his homestead upon the site. the fate of the disc and a more detailed description of its markings have faded from the historical record, though, unfortunately. So the disc is afoot somewhere. It's no longer on the property.
Right.
So that is why why we should fear the new moon, because without that disc locks in the evil spirits.
Something will happen.
So we must find the disc. Find the disc. Find the future.
Are we trying to say Friday?
All right. All right. What next?
Are we reconvening, or
Unless you guys have other things.
right?
or-
I have one of the kids at the station is like Dr. Shine's grandson or whatever. We talked my ear off about the guy. Shine was pretty much the kid's personal hero. He was a globe-trotting doctor who traveled all kinds of exotic destinations around Africa, Asia, and he was actually very good about crediting the natives that he encountered with the medical knowledge he gained from them that he thought could benefit the modern world. He brought a lot of that to the asylum, actually. During his 25-year tenure, the horrible accident rate basically disappeared.
Where are you guys meeting
And-
now?
We can meet in my living room.
Okay, that's what I was picturing. I just wanted to set
Yeah.
that. What does your living room look like?
It's like a canned 1920s, living room. It's like a small, sort of modest place because I'm not like a wealthy man, but it's like a 2-bedroom house, and just have like a little living room, comfy sofas, and there's like a doily over the back of the sofa. Yeah.
Great.
All right. So he basically during his tenure, he basically rebounded the facility and made it into a modern treatment center that it is today. It was abysmal before he took over.
Sandwiches, anyone?
Thank you, Deborah.
Yes, thank you.
I wonder if that explains any of the newer treatments that Dr. Berger is planned.
Possible, although I'm skeptical that Berger is following in Shine's footsteps. It seems like the asylum has really taken another downward spiral since Dr. Shine left the chairmanship. The only other thing the kid mentioned was that Shine donated all of his personal and professional papers to the hospital, the Salem Hospital.
Oh,
So some of that might be available there.
well,
That's a wonderful lead.
I could look into
The
it
kid
again.
really liked to talk about his grandfather. It was a little much.
I didn't have any luck when I searched, but maybe you, Salazar, would have better luck going through records
Ooh, records.
than I.
Yes, I would love to head forth to the hospital and look at the records.
Hey, give me an idea roll, Amelia.
What is its
Int.
int?
Yeah, it's just equal to your.
Oh, yeah, no, pass.
You guys haven't searched the newspaper for any records just of Danvers yet.
You're totally right.
Of either
Oh, yeah.
Danvers or
We
Dr.
We
Shine.
talked about
Great.
Newspaper, right.
Got some
Or
articles
it's
here
like
I want to share.
that. Opening. Yes.
Great. We can talk the newspapers.
Or Dr. Berger, actually.
Sounds like your department.
Yep. Great. I can look into that tomorrow then.
And part of that idea roll too is you haven't developed your photos.
Yes, I know. I haven't had time. I can do that tonight. I only have a few, but I can take a crack at them. We also found, develop photos.
So should I go to
Wait.
the hospital or should I go to the newspaper?
I'll go with her to the newspaper. Why don't you help Eugene out at the hospital?
Wonderful.
Great.
Well, I'll need to develop my photos first. Okay,
All right. Well, I'll meet you at the paper tomorrow morning.
great.
All right.
Now
So
get out of my house. I'm just kidding. You can stay.
For the afternoon. So who you're gonna drive? I guess your car's
We'll
broken,
go
so you're
together,
gonna drive
yeah.
over there. You
Yep.
head out to your car, and you see that it has been vandalized. The tires are slashed, the sides are dented, and there's a bloody smear all over the windshield.
What the hell?
This is outside my house.
Hey, Frank.
Yeah.
Someone just messed up my car.
What?
Right outside your house.
That kind of thing doesn't happen in this neighborhood.
Closer inspection reveals something painted in the blood. Finger
I
painted.
Look closer.
A many-eyed dragon.
I'm going to take a picture of it. No, doesn't not come out.
What do you want to make of this?
I do my I go into detective mode here, and I'm gonna try and my back cowl. No. Anyway.
I need to be scary.
I'm just gonna look for any clues as to who might have done it, how long ago they did it, like just sort of get a picture. Just like we didn't hear anything inside.
Right.
They haven't. You guys have only been here like a couple hours tops, so. All right.
Investigate or what is it?
Spotted. I don't know. I don't think there's like a other.
No, investigate. So go ahead, spot hidden.
Oh, extreme success.
The blood's very fresh.
This was just done.
You notice a couple of sets of footprints that look like they go from the car over to a little trail of blood that goes from the street to the road and then stops as if someone unloaded something from a car.
What time is it now? It's like
Noonish.
midday.
I have a question. I have a skill in chemistry. Has like detecting whether something like is human blood or not a thing yet? Okay, cool.
No.
Never mind then.
Tell you what. Yes, it's human blood.
No,
Fine.
you can't tell human blood from other blood by taste.
It's definitely blood. All right.
You're right.
That's how we all got hepatitis.
All right. Well, it looks like whoever it was got out of here fast. They got in another car, getaway vehicle of some kind. Fortunately, it doesn't look like we'll be able to track him from here.
Okay.
Someone's definitely following us. Then.
Well, I guess I've got to use your phone then, Frank.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Come on in.
What are the odds? 2 cars in 1 week.
How many cars are left? Just one? One car
one.
left.
Yeah. 2 is a pattern.
Well, the first one was an accident.
Maybe.
Was it?
All right. I'm gonna go home and develop my buddies.
Okay, great. Maybe then the 3 of you guys go to the hospital?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
We'll pile into
Well,
your-
Yeah.
Take my whatever car I have. I don't know what is
Great.
appropriate.
I guess we walk up to the front desk and I say, do I work at this hospital?
Yeah, you probably do.
All right, great. Then I don't walk up to the front desk. I walk into records.
Much better.
Oh, yes. Hello, Dr. Kinsley.
Yes, I'd just like to pull some records up on a couple old patients. Do you mind if I take a look?
Not at all. Go right ahead.
We walk over to an area. I guess we walk into the room.
Great. Lots of files. Give me library use.
It's not me. I say, well, sounds alright.
We'll all do it. But,
Yeah.
we're just looking for shine stuff for the
Yeah.
most part, right?
I'm gonna look for shine stuff. I'm gonna look for what else is that guy's name? Hendrix stuff.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for
I feel.
I hard pass.
anything that says Dr. Burger on it.
Great.
Nope. Definitely fail.
So are these organized alphabetically or by date or?
Yeah,
see,
well, you know how old records are. Sometimes they just pile them until there's no organization.
Aha! There seems I have found a
Give me a
journal of
minute
sorts.
to read those over. Meanwhile, Amelia, you are developing your photos. So did you keep a record of which photos?
Yes. The ones that came out, I only had two that came out. One was the picture of the outside of the hospital, and the other one is the drawing of the thousand-eyed dragon.
Great.
Or it's George and the Dragon, I can't remember.
Your second two photos are a little blurry, a little
Yeah.
underexposed, but the first two are completely black.
Huh.
They develop completely black.
Okay. Huh. There's
You try several times to develop them again from the negatives, and every time it comes out completely.
Can I check the negatives to see if the negatives
The negatives are also completely
They're
black.
also completely black.
Mm-hmm. They're the plates, I guess, at this time they use.
Can I check the plates to see if there's something wrong with the plates?
Everything seems to be fine.
They're just completely black.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
The ones that you did not take at Danvers, while a little bit blurry or underexposed, are
They're
not
fine.
good photos, but they developed, yeah.
Huh. Okay.
All right.
I'm glad we brought St. James because he seems to have found something quite readable.
I'm not a fast read.
It's fine.
Why don't we have you guys convene together and someone read it out loud?
That's a great plan.
Great. Did you find something, Salazar?
I did. I found some very interesting not tomes, they're pieces of paper, but they're interesting. They're the journal entries from what appears to be Dr. Shine.
Journal entries.
Yes. The first one was on June 2nd, 1890. His third was November 12th, 1890, and the third, December 3rd of that same year. But then the fourth jumps to 1915.
The year before his death.
Yeah.
Right when he retired.
And it has to do with the location of Hawthorne's disc.
There's that disc
Hawthorne's
again.
disc. So he had to have known.
Yes. And it seems that he found the disc in November 12th, 1890.
In November?
Yes.
Well,
And that's how I read. So who wants to read more?
Oh, I thought we were
Should
just
we
reading the
read
whole
that
thing
out
out loud.
yes. Alright, here we go. Let me take a look. June 2nd, 1890. The troubles afflicting the asylum run deep, and are of a kind my esteemed colleagues would never accept as part of a rational, orderly universe. Indeed, if I were to communicate my convictions to my peers, I would find myself consigned to these very walls as patient, not administrator. However, I have seen these problems before my travels, and I must act swiftly. The thing, aware of my suspicions, has moved against me. But I have spoken the words of protection that I learned so long ago in that queer ancient city, and so far have been safe. I must find Hawthorne's disc, and soon, so as to lay down that thing which torments all here, twisting already damaged and vulnerable minds. Hawthorne had the disc removed, thinking it a pagan symbol of heathen spirit worship. What a terrible mistake by a zealous preacher. Heaven grant that I find the disc, and if found, that it will restrain the thing which moves against us all on Hawthorne Hill. November 12th, 1890. I have found Hawthorne's disc. It is, as I suspected, an ancient sign from elder times, a ward against which lairs, or that which lairs in the very earth and air of the hill. Mercifully, the disc has weathered the years and neglect remarkably well. The sigil etched upon its surface is as clear as the day it was placed there, but by whose hands? Best not to dwell on such Aeolian mysteries. My task now is to install it once more upon the hill, restraining that which, like others of its kin, is inimical.
Inimical.
Inimical. Okay. To we who have inherited its world. December 3rd, 1890. It is done. The sigil has been placed upon the earth, forcing down that which layers upon the hill into an easy torpor. The taxpayers question the expense of having such a useless decorative piece installed at the asylum, but they pose no serious threat to its removal and are now mercifully unaware of its true purpose. But to those who know, the sign shall serve as a ward for now and the future. Already I see signs of recovery in the patients and staff, as if they are suffering or surfacing from a long waking nightmare. May 7th, 1915. I have met with my successor, Dr. James Berger. He seems a cheerful and capable young fellow. Noting his active character, I have admonished the young doctor to never remove the disc that lies at the edge of the reservoir upon the hill. Will he heed my words? It was impossible to impart to him my true reason for planting the disc all those years ago. I had to fabricate reasons of sentimentality to impress upon him the importance of leaving the disc unmolested. I pray that he will remember his promise to leave the disc undisturbed. Well then, I guess it wouldn't be hard to see if the disc still lies there.
On the edge of the reservoir? Is that a reservoir?
Saw the reservoir.
It's here, I believe.
Yes. I saw it as we were driving up. Certainly seems that Berger may have removed the disc. What did he do with it?
Why would... Here it is, reservoir. It's right here. But, and there's a gatehouse. Looks like there's a gatehouse right next to it.
Well, we could
But
double
why
check.
would he remove it?
That's a good question. We haven't been able to get a lot of information on Berger, unfortunately. Everybody seems to think pretty well of him.
Unless he wasn't the one that removed it.
That's true.
Good point.
And then he's now succumbed to whatever...
Perhaps
there.
we could return and inquire about it under the guise of historical preservation, Salazar.
Perhaps.
Okay.
I at least want to try and go back to the reservoir to look for it.
We should certainly see if it's still there, although I'm fairly certain we know what we're going to find.
Something that's interesting is when...
I still have the newspaper too. Go ahead.
Yeah. When I tried to develop photos from the asylum, they were completely black. I checked the slides, I checked everything. Everything was fine. I tried developing them multiple times, and they were just always black.
All the more evidence that there's some sort of presence at that asylum.
Yes.
I need to check the newspaper for some information. And
Yeah.
once we do that, maybe we can have a better idea of what's going on. There's, from all this, there's definitely something.
Very
we gotta
good.
we gotta get Barry out of there fast.
All right. So you have to sort of take your good friend home.
Yeah, of course. I'll drive him home.
Drive him home. Do you live alone? Are you married, or
I think I live alone. Yeah.
you're alone in your apartment? You drive home, and as you get out of your car, you get a sudden, a unshakable feeling that someone's staring at you from behind. You turn around and see a couple of people standing there. And as they walk past, give me a psychology roll.
Is it just us at this point?
It's just, is it, I already dropped
You
him off.
dropped him
right?
off, yeah, and this is him getting out of his car at home.
Fail.
Alright. You see them just sort of turn and walk away.
Can I help you too?
They don't seem to stop. One of them turns and says, "No, have a good night."
Yeah, you too. Deborah, did you see any peculiar folks around the neighborhood today at all?
Can't say that I have.
Strange.
Frank, this job seems. Are you ready to go back to work? This seems like it's taking a heavy toll on you.
It's important.
And it's almost over?
I hope so.
Okay. You go to bed. Eugene, you're awoken in the middle of the night. It's the phone ringing.
Yeah. I push off the covers and get up. Hello? Who is it?
You hold the receiver up to your ear, hearing nothing but hisses and pops of static. Somehow, though, you can feel the presence of something on the other end, ever watching.
Hello? Click.
The next morning.
We're going to the newspaper.
Great. And where are you guys going today? How are you getting there?
I might just come pick them up and go to the newspaper with them, actually.
Everyone together?
Yeah, since
Protect
we
your
only
one car?
Yeah.
Stand outside and guard it.
Also, it's my car.
I'll take the repair.
Do you want someone to stay outside and guard the car? That's not a terrible idea.
Yeah, I'm not that good with looking through records and stuff. I'll stay out here and guard my car.
What? Wait, are you picking me up that day?
Yeah.
When you pick me up, I'm going to mention that I received a phone call last night.
Really? From who?
I don't know. The hospital never really calls late. With all others on staff, I'm not on call. And sort of a strange feeling. Someone was just listening on their line.
There were a couple of folks around the house last night that were I got a very strange feeling from them. They were kind of watching me when I got home.
You don't think they could have been the ones that went after my car, do you?
I'm worried that they might be.
Is there a reason they'd be calling me?
I don't know. This all seems to be some sort of intimidation tactic.
Yeah, well.
Which in my experience usually means we're on the right track.
Okay.
I'll wait out here. You guys see what you can find. Just gonna keep an eye on the passersby.
Alright, head to the newspaper.
Great. Who's looking for what?
I'm going to look on stuff on Danvers.
I'm going to let them into records.
The newspaper.
I'm going to look for...
Oh, this is the newspaper. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I want to look for things about Dr. Shine, Dr. Hendrick,
Dr. Berger.
Dr. Berger.
Okay, great. Library. And what are you librarian for?
Danvers.
Danvers, great.
I'm going to see...
Yes. 4.
Were either of you looking at any historical records on the construction of this?
With this is a picture that they don't have.
I knew
so
that was going to be
describe
important. I made a note of it when you described the asylum.
Okay.
Let's see, here it is. Alongside that article is a photograph of laborers kneeling by the water's edge, holding a fragment of a large stone disc. The fragment suggests a symbol of a flame bound by the outlines of a star.
Wait, say that one more time.
A photograph of laborers kneeling by the water's edge. They're placing the stone disc. Suggests a flame bound by the outlines of a star. I will now take a Cthulhu Mythos check.
Great.
To recognize the elder son.
When you say fragment, like
it's broken?
it's broken?
No.
Okay, I will also now take an occult roll from anyone who's...
Me.
Can I do the equation too?
Yeah.
I'm going to
I pass.
use some luck. I
pass my.
You recognize that the fragment bears a mythic sigil, though its particular significance or purpose is unknown.
Ooh, I get a pass. I need to check that. Cool. This the symbol, this star with a flame inside of it, is some sort of mystic sigil. of which I can't determine what purpose it's for, but I can tell you that it's mystic
Okay.
in nature.
Well, that's a start.
Did you pass your library use for Dr. Berger and Dr. Shine?
I did. It was a regular pass.
Dr. Shine? Dr. Berger.
So glad Brian put all these points in the library.
Yes.
Kind of, look how much reading I have to do.
As usual, I miss Beckley.
While you're reading, Salazar, a heavy bound bundle of newspapers falls from an overhead window, potentially striking you.
Ooh.
Give me a dodge roll.
How about fast talk?
No. Give me a dodge roll.
Dodge. Have my dex. Okay.
Can I help at all if I'm nearby?
I fail this dodge roll.
2 damage.
Gunk.
You okay?
Oh, my head is
Eugene,
it throbs.
are you looking for anything in here?
I think I was just watching at the door.
A shadow materializes in the corner of your eye. A quick peek to your left notes a strange man standing a few yards away, watching you work. He meets your glance, then turns around, quickly fading back into the woodwork. You've seen this face somewhere before, but you're not sure when. Give me an int roll.
So he just describe it one time. He
leaves. He
just like leaves.
Yeah.
And roll.
He meets your eyes and then walks away.
Oh. Pass.
You remember it as the face of a Danvers orderly that you saw during your visit.
Oh. Hey guys. I think I just saw someone from Danvers here. One of the orderlies?
I'll give you a spot hidden roll, Frank, since you're outside. See this guy as he walks away.
He just rounded the corner.
Was it the one with the scar on his
No, I failed that
The
very
bald one or the
badly.
one with the hair?
So I recognize which one it was, or was it?
It's just not one of
named?
those two, but just someone that you saw walk.
No, neither of them. It was just someone that passes in the hallway. I swear it was him.
We're in trouble. We're in big trouble.
You're
They broke up
telling
and
me.
removed the disc. It's gone. The disc is gone.
They broke it. Didn't just remove it.
No, they broke it. It says, so Andrew McBride was the chief laborer for building the amphitheater. The amphitheater was built on top of where Shrine had put the disc. Asylum resident and chief laborer Andrew McBride added that his team had some difficulty breaking up and removing a large granite disc bearing an artistic design set into the hillside where the amphitheater is to be built. The asylum's prior superintendent, Dr. William Shrine, had the disc placed on the hillside, placed on the side of Hawthorne Hill. Dr. Shrine, a world traveler, is said to have believed the granite disc was a symbol of good luck for the asylum.
So let me get this straight. They destroyed the disc to build an amphitheater.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it sounds like we have to talk to this Andrew McBride. Something tells me he may be hard to find.
Yeah. Well, there's a picture. I mean, I wonder. Let's see if we can talk to McBride before anything else.
I know who Andrew McBride is. Come talk to me.
Yeah, we walk out to the car.
Okay.
What I found was a retirement letter from the newspaper saying that Dr. Shine was bequeathing his responsibilities to Dr. Berger, and that everything I find says that Dr. Berger's professional record is impeccable, and the only thing is that his attendance to professional conferences has slackened over the recent years, but his colleagues attune that to the being overburdened by the overcrowded Danvers facility.
Yeah, this also says that James Berger's the one who wanted to build it.
He has walkouts to the car,
Yeah.
so you
we're
can all
walking.
Yeah.
talk.
He wanted to build the amphitheater to be enjoyed by the patients, quote, a beautiful place where water and earth meet. And also, it is important to remember that we must look to the betterment of all our citizens, especially those deemed too delicate or damaged to be part of the ebb and flow of the greater world. I'm wondering if he broke it on accident.
What?
This is all an accident, and that...
Well, I mean, it was broken fairly recently, right? After...
Pretty closely after Dr. Shrine left.
Yeah.
To build the amphitheater.
Well, McBride is in H ward of the asylum at this very moment.
Yes.
Huh. Perhaps we need to see if we can pay him a visit. Couldn't find it. There's no real way to track anybody in there. In the few moments that I was able to sneak away from our little guided tour, I wasn't able to really find anything that would help us discern where he would be in that wing of the hospital.
Do you think that we could maybe get another... I think it's going to be a possibility to talk to him?
I think it's important that we try.
Okay. I also want to try an experiment, too.
What's that?
Well, I want to see where the boundaries are of this place and if there is a boundary line for something that's messing with my camera. Because I took a picture of the asylum as we got out of the car right in front. I'm wondering if the gate's on the road, if I take one there and then step inside and take another photo, if it's something that's going on with my camera or if it's something going on with the place.
Okay.
So it's the plan. Sort of like afternoon-ish.
I guess we should try and see McBride.
All right. If we're going to go back out to that asylum, we can expect to meet with some opposition because I really think that people from the asylum have been messing with us all week.
I agree. Can we use that to our advantage?
Potentially. I might also wonder if I could try to get a police presence out there.
Well, someone did mess up my car. I mean,
and we have...
we haven't reported it yet. If you had someone to investigate.
My one worry with the police presence is that it puts them more on guard. If we have
They're going to be on guard with us no matter what.
Right, but if we're going to try and get Larry out and we bring a police presence with us this time, there's going to be a higher security next time.
You think so?
I mean, that's what I would do. Come back twice, second time with a police force behind them. There's no way to give them their third chance to get in there at all.
Well, maybe we can get Larry out while the police force is there.
So what should we do?
Oh, I gave you my idea.
I think either course, we're going back to Danvers.
Yes.
So we should do that tomorrow morning. Because they're going to close to visitors here.
If we're going to be entering there officially, then yes. Shall I see if I can marshal a police presence, or do we want to take a more stealthy approach?
I'd much rather be stealthier. I still don't feel like we have all the pieces to everything yet.
No, but the pieces appear to be at Danvers, which...
Well, if the disc is destroyed, right? If the disc is destroyed,
we might be able to find the pieces of it still.
we could find the pieces. Or do you think commissioning a new one would work?
Without knowledge of the intricacies of that, of whatever mumbo jumbo was tied up in that, I don't know.
I think we need to find the pieces of the slab. I don't think making another slab is going to work.
No, just driving by, we could see if there's any indication of pieces being
we can
near.
go to the reservoir, check it out, and then...
It's been just timeline. It's been about 10 years since Burger took over and destroyed the thing.
It hasn't been like a recent
Yeah.
thing. So that amphitheater's probably built then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
In place
I
of
mentioned it.
You mentioned it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember that.
Do you think there's any way
First
to get
note I made.
on property to the
Let's-
amphitheater at night?
I don't really know what we'd find there.
Well,
Well, I think it's worth investigating.
That's true.
It's a good starting point.
That's a good starting point.
And it's on the grounds, not inside the building, which means it'll be easier for us to access.
That's true.
yeah.
Let's try and keep a low profile on this one. Just garner what information we can. Sound good?
Very good.
So, what's the plan? Are you gonna go sleep for a couple of hours and then wake up in the dead of night and go, or are you gonna wait until sunset? That's sort of the timeline here. Are you going tonight? Are you gonna wait till tomorrow? Are you gonna take tomorrow to prepare?
There's some things I need for my house first.
Let's take the rest of the afternoon, get ready. I would rather go at night
Yes.
if we're gonna be stealthy. So rest up this afternoon, gather any materials you need. I'll come pick you up around 9 o'clock.
Great.
Great.
Wonderful. That's the plan.
We go.
All right. What are you guys picking up? Is there anything that you're picking up?
I want brass knuckles.
What? Okay.
This is escalating quickly.
What? Pick up some brass knuckles. Anything else?
Yeah. I'm grabbing my old war .45 automatic from a trunk
Okay.
and put it in my back suspenders or whatever.
It's probably got a shoulder strap.
Um,
I'm also grabbing my favorite amulet
All right.
of undiscerned location.
Great.
Origin.
Go home, take a nap, tell my wife I love her. You know.
While you're napping, you awake with a start.
No.
A hulking figure stands above your bed, silhouetted by the moonlight.
I reach for the gun on my nightstand.
You grab it.
Who's there?
He says in a gruff voice, "You listen to me. I'm Andy McBride. They know I'm out and about. They want me to fix it so you won't come around the hospital no more. But instead, I'm telling you what I shouldn't. So you listen good. There's something terrible living in the hospital. It's always been there. It's a power that lives in the walls and the halls and the gardens. Dr. Berger is going to sacrifice your friend Larry to the thing tonight. Larry don't have much time."
Tonight? New moon. Should have checked the dates. You're McBride. Do you know what happened to that disc? That stone disc that they had you remove from the place where the amphitheater was built?
No,
Nothing?
I couldn't tell you where it went. Just that it's long gone.
Very well. Why are they letting you out and about? And how did you find my house?
You know, they know things about all of you.
And
But I have to go. I don't have much time myself. They want me to come and fix it so you guys won't show up. If you catch my hint. See the,
Why don't you-
He's a. What size is he? He's a real big dude.
he's really big.
I think he's huge. But, he's size 80.
he's pretty big. Much bigger than me. Wait, you don't have to go back. Just stay with them. Go to the police station. Tell them what's going on.
Goodbye. And
Bride, don't you walk over here.
he keeps backing up. He's crazy. He's a little crazy too.
Right.
Yeah, his sanity's not so great.
Yeah. I'm sure.
5.
wow.
He is.
He's really not okay.
Wait, McBride, come back. McBride.
He starts running away. He's running out
Okay.
your house, out the front door,
Yeah,
past
I-
your terrified wife.
Yeah. I kind of do a short jog after him, but I stop after I reach like my front yard.
Into the night.
Deborah, lock the windows, lock the doors and windows. Stay inside tonight.
What's happening? Frank, who was that man?
Call the station, tell them to send an officer to keep an eye on you. I have something I need to do.
Frank, where are you going? Frank, come back! All right, so the plan, it sounds like, is to go back to Danvers.
Yes.
Yes.
That really accelerated things.
I think.
I put in the fuse in my basement so I have electricity at my shop.
Yes. All right.
Okay. It sounds like, knowing that information that Larry's going to be sacrificed, I think the plan is we're going to try and sneak in and get Larry out before.
It's happening tonight.
Yeah,
We're probably going to
sneak
try
out.
to interrupt that ritual if it's already going on.
Yeah, tonight.
And it'll probably be, if it's tonight, it's going to probably be at the amphitheater.
Are we gonna? Yeah. Are we
Yes.
gathering? Are we gonna talk about this in character?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we'll meet in character.
So
I think,
yeah.
9 p.m.
Yeah, I will bring different things if you tip me off that things.
No, yeah. Like I'm probably gonna go to your place first, and I'm gonna look like freaked out. Like tonight, the new moon's tonight. McBride broke into my house.
Jesus, Frank, this changes things.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. We might have to go to war here. I'm not gonna let him take Larry.
Yeah, I think you're right, exactly. Follow me. I lead you to my old trunk of war things.
Do you pull open like a bust and you press a button and the wall opens up?
No, it's like
No.
under the bed.
He's got an old army trunk.
Yeah.
It's an old army trunk, and I flip it open, and there's a elite Enfield rifle, a 45 automatic, and a bunch of magazines, a bunch of ammo, and probably some old war clothing. And I say, what do you think? Are we gonna need this tonight?
I think it's better to bring it than not.
Well then, you take the front, I'll take the back. Just take the whole trunk.
Just take the whole trunk out to my car. All right.
Yep.
All right.
We go retrieve the other two.
Oh, it's okay, guys. I'm coming.
Why is this door stuck? Oh, come on. Why is this door stuck? It's never
Zach!
stuck like this.
Zach! Oh, thank God.
We're down here.
Door's stuck.
That's all for now. We'll be back soon with the exciting conclusion. So, stay tuned. Be sure to leave a comment, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss part 2. If you have a moment, check out our Patreon. It really does help us out. All links in the description below. Thanks for watching.